guys, it's Char again. So this is my third vlog, and it's going to be about SmashSisters and how that went at the AZ Melee Arcadian. And so I was the TO with Kelly Goes, and we worked with Nick, Constantino, Milk Tea, and Emily Waves to put it all together. And so we started up a group chat, and we just started planning, and basically we just had like questions of how it was going to run, and like if we wanted it streamed, if we wanted it recorded, stuff like that. So we ended up recording it, but yeah, we'll have that up within the next coming week, and I'll link it below so you guys can see. That was like the first time I had ever TO'd. It was a really good experience, and it was really awesome to be able to TO with SmashSisters because it was in a space that like I felt more comfortable in. You know, I was working with maybe like in total maybe like 15-20 people instead of like 100 like the AZ, like the weeklies can be like sometimes. So that was really nice to be able to just like TO and work in a smaller space, and it's like kind of like a microcosm of what happens in, you know, the bigger tournaments. Everyone was super supportive. It was really great. There are some things that, looking back on it, I definitely could have done better, but people were being really like receptive in the moment and understanding. So it was good. It was really great, and it was a good like first experience TOing. So hopefully gonna do more of that from here on out. So we made like a little Facebook private event, and we just started inviting like our friends. I had a lot of people interested in the event. I think we had like 17 interested, which was pretty good turnout. It said like 7 are attending on the Facebook group, but then we ended up with 2 crews of 5. There were a couple girls that couldn't make it, so we had to keep that in account. And then the extra people that we managed to get were just like ladies in the venue that we just kind of grabbed, and we were like, hey, like come join the crew battles, like low pressure. I did for the first time like run into someone who just wasn't interested, but I just like, I let it go. I was like, hey, it's whatever you want to do. But yeah, because Kelly had asked her earlier, and she just said like flat out no. And then I walked over and I just started like playing friendlies with her and like her group, and I just introduced myself to, there were like a bunch of ladies over there, and I was like, okay, what's this about? And they were all from NAU. 2 of the 3 ladies in that group didn't play at all. They had just kind of like come along for a day trip, and then the other lady was a really good Sheik main. So at first I was just like playing with them and like getting to know them and everything, but then afterwards when I was leaving, I was like, hey, nice to meet you, like do you want to enter? And she's like, oh, okay, like good to know. And I was like, okay, like maybe that's a yes, maybe that's a no. And then like we started the crew battles, and she didn't show up. So it was fine. It was just that kind of like slapped me in the face with SmashSisters isn't for everyone, and that's okay. And I mean, honestly, it's not a perfect system. As for the event itself, I got to the venue and Nick was up in the corner, and we had 2 setups. Then we just started like recruiting girls around the venue. Most people were getting lunch because it was right around like 3:30, 4. And then we started building crews. Crews were built by Nick, so he just handed me a list of players, and then he had divided them into crews. I was like, okay, this is fine. So then we just kind of divided into our crews, and everyone started planning. You can see the whole crews list that I posted on Twitter, but Neha and I were in one, and we called ourselves the Barnacles, like from SpongeBob, and that was it was so hype. And then Neha like assigned us all like to be a part of a ship, and she was the anchor. It was just really funny, and it was hilarious, and Neha's great, and I love it. The other team like couldn't decide, and I was like, all right, like I'll just give you time. And then finally they came up with Straight Outta Compton, and then someone was like, wait, what about Straight Outta AZ? And I was like, oh yeah, that'll work. So we put that as their team name. We started off with Yvette and Miko, which they play a lot, so that was pretty cool. Yvette was our team, on the Barnacle team. Miko like took a bunch of stocks off of our team. Like she 4-stocked me. Like I was playing with my feet, but still. Like, and then Neha went in a couple of people after me, and that was really awesome. She took like 9 stocks, and she really helped even out the team, or even out like how the crews were going. I was really scared that like maybe the crews weren't balanced or something, and then I was talking to Neha afterwards. I was like, oh, like this is probably my bad. Like I didn't balance the crews. I didn't think about that. And she was like, no, honestly, like this should be fun. It's not about winning or losing. Like this wasn't your fault. This is the first time we've been doing this. It's okay. Like we all make mistakes, and maybe it's something to look into next time. But don't worry about it. Everyone on our team played because we lost, but then on the other crew, I think there was one person who didn't end up playing. And I meant to tell everyone to like play friendlies afterwards, but I had so many things going through my mind. But most people just like headed out afterwards. Everyone hugged it out at the end, and it was really fun. And then we went outside and took a picture. So what happened is that like people had to run to their first match afterwards. So that's why like all the pictures only have like some of us, because I think 2 or 3 of them entered in singles and needed to play their sets. And then I did like a huge long post on our private page on like just congratulating everyone for participating and being really positive about it, and saying like if there's anything that Kelly and I can change, just please let us know, because like the system isn't perfect, and there are some things that didn't go as well as I anticipated, and there are some things that went really well, and I want to know like what went well, what didn't, and then be able to take that information and apply it to the next time that we do this. And like give advice to other TOs across the nation and across the world who are putting together SmashSisters events, and be able to say like, oh, this worked, this didn't. And so like feedback is incredibly important in this process and in this organization. Let's see, there are quite a few things that I would have done differently. If I could have, I would have showed up earlier. I knew that I was going to be late, and I let them know that, but I got there right at 3:30, and I was like, okay, we're going to have to delay. If I had to do it all over again, I would have attended the whole event. I would have like got to know the ladies throughout the day. We had planned to do this, but I would have taken them all out for lunch or something, and then just like hung out and got to know everyone beforehand, and that would have made the cruise a bit more casual, and not so like cutthroat competitive. And not saying that they were, like I think we really did a good job of like welcoming everyone and just trying to make it fun and not scary, but we did have like some issues with just people being intimidated and stuff like that, and I could just tell in their faces. Commentary, I didn't commentary was like last second, and I like ran up to 2 people that I knew were really great commentators. I was like, hey, you want to commentate SmashSisters? And they were really excited about it. And so they ran over to where we were, and then it didn't end up working out because we didn't have a mic, and they were talking over the loudspeaker, and there was no way that we could have heard anything with the mic for commentators. A lot of those things, they just kind of happen, and that's like a big part of being a TO, I think, is just like being flexible in the moment. Lots and lots of positive experiences, great feedback in the moment, and people just being really excited about it. So that was really fun. And I was really disappointed in myself. And then people afterwards were like, dude, you play with your feet. Like, you shouldn't expect, like, to get, like, 4 stocks or something. They were like, yeah, I'd SD all the time if I was playing with feet. So that kind of made me feel better. And DJ Nintendo actually just asked me to a money match for this feat. Well, it'll probably happen at EVO this summer. So I'll keep you in the know about that. But so I'm trying to practice for that. I'll provide more details once we have the recording. Another thing that I think I'll do is before posting that video like on YouTube publicly, I'll definitely like throw it in our private event and be like, okay, I need approval from every single person that was in this. Can I put this on the internet? Like, are you okay with this showing up? And if one person says no, then we just won't put it out there, and we'll just keep it for private use. So just be really receptive to that. There are some girls that like didn't feel that they played as well as they could have, myself included, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys can all see it because it was pretty hype. But that was SmashSisters at AZ Melee Arcadian, my first ever TOing experience, second time ever competing with Puff and Bracket. It's really great, awesome experience, and I hope to be doing more TOing in the future. Again, the Twitter is at Charmander360NS. You can find me there, and I'll keep you updated on SmashSister things and on my life and stuff going down. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.